Christmas is a time for family. It is a time for love.
And since this is Christmas next week.
It's a time to be thankful. Yes, as we shoot this, Christmas is right around the corner. So naturally, on our show, we have to look at the most unpleasant Christmas movies. And I thought of quite a few.
My favorite is the 1940s Christmas in Connecticut with Barbara Stanwyck, which is a gem.
But did you see the version they made in the 90s?
Schwarzenegger's
version.
I didn't see that one.
Who is the Stanwyck?
Doesn't matter. I have no idea.
It was Schwarzenegger in a wig. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually the first thing he directed, the first film he ever directed.
And the last.
Was it? He hasn't directed anything since? Yeah, I don't think he has either. It was like made for TNT. It was, yeah, I just remember
I
thinking.
Just laugh at made for TNT because
I would be intrigued to see a behind-the-scenes documentary, just because I can't picture him actually being on that set.
Yeah, the documentary, but they'll be much more interested than the film.
Yeah, it'd just be the weirdest things. To see him directing a remake of Christmas in Connecticut for cable. Like, the sentence gets more ludicrous as you say it.
More.
Yes.
More.
Make it warmer. It's so strange.
I'm not I'm not trying.
We need more eggnog on that table.
I almost went to the ice puns, but I avoided the ice puns. All right.
The ices.
Avoid the ice puns.
So, did you have an unpleasant Christmas movie? Something that doesn't deck your halls?
The one that I saw most recently that I found truly unpleasant was the Family Stone with Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, that one's
bad.
One of the few lighthearted family Christmas romps I've ever seen that has a gratuitous shot of the mother's mastectomy scar just for context. And not even context that's related to the plot, just so they're like, in case you didn't understand that she's a cancer survivor, we're just going to show you a close-up of her mastectomy scar. Like, during just like a normal like arc of the movie, which is about family drama. And the other one was Jingle All the Way, which is perhaps the crassest of the post-Home Alone.
Yeah.
Sinbad
Oh, that's
has
right.
a lot of screen time in that movie.
Yeah.
Sinbad has a lot of screen time in that movie, and it's really loud and unpleasant, and
at least it has a certain freak show quality to it
Sort
that
of.
you don't get from like.
But it's also a very conventional post Home Alone like movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't really even have the joy of watching the freak show.
Yeah, that was a whole weird genre.
It was.
Of that.
I feel like that's died
still
down.
going. I feel like.
Now we have who can do the creepiest remake of A Christmas Carol, right?
How many CG Jim Carreys?
Or Polar Express with the creepiest CGI of all time.
What about Christmas in the Kranks? Or Deck the Halls? Or what was the one with Ben Affleck and Jim Gandolfini? Surviving Christmas?
The one that was actually released in November. It was such a big bomb. They released it on DVD in December of that same year. It was like Tower Records or something like that before they died.
I just thought of one for creepy CGI. Jack Frost, Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah.
Maybe the creepiest, where the father comes back to life as a snowman.
As a snowman.
That contains the lines, "You're the man." No, I'm the snowman.
I'm the snowman.
Roger Ebert quoted in the review as proof, definitive proof of the movie's awfulness.
Yeah. But a lot of Christmas iconography is really scary. Santa Claus, scary. Frosty the Snowman, scary. Reindeer. What reindeer? Really? You pull by you hunt deer.
The 80s didn't help by giving birth to an entire genre of killer Santa Claus movies.
One of which
that makes a kind of sense, because
one of those was directed by Monty Hellman. It was his last he directed the third one. And that was his last film before the one he just released in New York recently.
He directed Silent Night, Deadly Night 3?
Yep. For a long time, that was the only movie you could rent of Monty Hellman's at the video store before they reissued Two Lane Blacktop and Cockfighter.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, at least he was in the famous franchise. I mean, there were a lot of killer Santa Claus movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there was a Santa Claus with CLAW.
WS.
Yeah.
Santa's Sleigh.
Oh, yeah.
AY.
Oh, that's a good one. that could be its own question. Like, make more Christmas-themed horror films.
Oh, I was just thinking about how Christmas is such a joyous time, but there's also a bunch of movies starting with ordinary people that have like the most depressing Christmases ever.
Yeah.
They're just like This is what I want to watch at the holidays.
Yeah. Well, that's true to my experience with Christmas.
I suppose it is with a lot of people. Yeah.
One of my parents' movies that they watch for Christmas is The Ref, which is a comedy.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's
Really
like-
dark.
it goes like Bergman-esque dark sometimes. Like the last half hour is not even funny. They're just yelling at each other about very real problems and the castrating mother and so forth.
Very good movie, as I recall.
Reindeer Games, on the other hand.
Was that
I think
a
it's
Christmas
fun
movie?
film.
I didn't see it.
I just like how much Kevin Smith likes ragging on it. Like, that's always my favorite line in any Kevin Smith script, when he works in the mention of Reindeer Games.
It was John Frankenheimer's last film.
Really?
He died.
That's right. That's right.
After it came out.
I forgot that was even Frankenheimer. Now I'm sad I brought it up.
It's actually, I will slightly defend Reindeer Games as a pretty nutty little entertaining, like, ludicrous, twisty movie.
Are there any that try to be a schmaltzy or heartwarming Christmas movie and really fail because they try to be too heartwarming? Or
Well, all of those, like Surviving Christmas, Christmas
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Cranks decked dolls, don't those all take a turn
They
towards
do.
the hugely schmaltzy at
They
the
do,
end?
yeah.
Well, now that we've gone depressing on Christmas.
Successfully done. Is there a Bergman film set during Christmas?
The tree's literally like bent over at the top. Like the mopey tree.
Yeah.